So Isaiah, you ready to replace me on the podcast?
That's crazy.
I'm not gonna replace anybody.
You could be the A, R-A-N-P.
I thought we were gonna make Ray the A.
Yeah, your middle name.
I don't have a middle name. I thought we'd been through this.
You do. I just don't remember what it is. You have it on Instagram.
No, I do not.
It's like Aloysius.
It's not that either.
It's like Augustus or something.
Nope, it's
Your
not
middle
that.
name Augustus?
No, it is not. I told you I don't have a middle name
You
because
do.
my mama couldn't afford one.
No, you do. You told us what it was.
It's extra ink on the birth certificate, and she couldn't pay the fee.
No, you told us what it was. I'm just blanking on it.
No.
And I always blank on it.
No, I never told you.
It is. It's fine.
I wish I could see how that looked closer. But
After this, I wanted
Just
to
get
do a
all
test read of your script for Mello and Isaiah.
To see if
for
they
the
like
skit.
it?
Yeah, to see if
Okay.
it's a good one. But
Okay.
that's a whole different thing.
It's trash.
Oh,
it probably is trash. It probably is.
I don't need it.
Well, I will say it's not.
It's made
not
by
my
them.
greatest.
Mello. I don't need it.
Oh yeah, This is kind of crazy. He is our number one enemy. He said he's gonna make a pod just to get us the fuck out of here.
Is that crazy?
Let's get into it. It's too late. You're already sitting here.
Yeah.
I break it down from the inside.
You ready, Steve?
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to get the shit up.
Did you want to see the?
Is it-
what I'm talking about?
No, I'm good, I guess. I got the future episodes on there too?
No, we used to, but
I thought I saw a couple.
no. These are just like future ideas.
Oh, future ideas?
You want to steal them?
Yeah, I will.
So he could do his own job.
That's exactly what I'm going to do, yeah.
They're not very good.
That's fine. As long as I get them up before you, that's all that really matters.
Well, visually and audio wise, his shit will be way better.
We'll have
so.
the better content.
Yeah, definitely.
You sure?
If
If I literally just hire a couple women to dress
we be fucked.
yeah, all they got to do
Yeah,
is
well,
just dress
well,
a
that's
little
an
bit-
easy way to get
a
up,
little
but
bit
is that an easy way to
scandalous.
stay up?
I don't,
With the shorties,
but that's
yes.
the thing.
That's
No,
the best
because
way.
that's what happened with Call Me Daddy with Barstool. Remember, they basically said
They got new
fuck that.
shorties up there though now.
Yeah, but it's not Call Me Daddy.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. But
Yeah,
it's
you
new
forgot
shorties.
what it's called.
Yeah.
This is what you're
I
missing.
watched their clips on TikTok. Though.
This is what you're missing. I don't need to stay up.
He
I
don't
just
want.
need
He
to
just
be
want to
above-
knock
I
us
just
off.
need to keep y'all down. Like,
And
what
then
do you-
it'll probably end right once
Is this
we fall
recorded?
off. Yeah, it's recorded.
Okay, I'm glad that
We
they
do
get-
have
no,
proof.
no,
We'll just-
No, that's going in the episode.
I'm so happy.
I mean, it can go in the episode. but-
I am so happy
can go in
the
the
world
episode,
gets
but-
to see how ass this nigga be doing us behind the scenes in terms of disrespecting our podcast. But we have him on here anyway because we're really friends.
All right, am I still gonna do the intro?
Yeah, we'll do the intro
Okay.
here.
Full disclaimer though, I do have a career. I'm not in the business of destroying these niggas' career.
Yeah, but it's something he does
Yes.
on the side. Yeah, see, look.
Yeah,
all
it's his side joint.
you already
It's
got
his
a
little
sync?
side hustle.
Catch a sync for it? Like,
Uh,
2, 3?
We didn't. 3, 2, 1. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RMP Podcast, giving you opinions on topics you've never asked for. I'm your host, PLAX. I'm here with my co-host, Rick. Rick, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing all right. I feel like we've changed the set once again.
I know, right? That's like 3-4 times back to back.
Yeah, I feel like we've been changing how your apartment looks. I think this is the best we've done yet. Added some shelves. some
Oh, well,
things.
actually, we copped this. We copped this for a cool meal.
Are we
through-
telling them about the stream house?
Yeah. We copped this. We might as well. They
Yeah.
are peoples. We might as
So,
well.
yeah,
We
it's-
copped this.
It's a 3-story building, right? So
yeah.
we got the pod is this area, first floor.
Yeah.
Second area is like the messing around BTS scenes,
Yeah.
and then the third floor is the OF content. Rick.
We went. Yes, sir. In the back, a diesel. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And we do black, and it has a little 2 at the top as like a
Square- black
continuation.
square.
Yeah.
And we have a very special guest as well.
Yeah, he's looking very confused.
Our buddy, Blackmajic.
I
You don't want to be part of the OF content? I thought that's why you came here.
Nah,
Oh,
That's what you've been hitting the gym for,
yeah.
to be
Nah.
shirtless on camera.
I've never been in the gym in my life.
Oh, well, that's a lie. But yeah, we've talked about Isaiah plenty of times on the pod.
Blackmajic Productions.
You can check back all the way
Link in
from
the
this
description.
episode.
They've slandered my name for what are y'all on 80-something episodes now?
Yeah, 80.
If you go
7.
back to every episode, we have said nothing but
Yeah, we-
wonderful
yeah.
things. That's not even a joke.
Yeah.
We have literally said nothing but wonderful things about this guy, man.
They've thrown my name into the dirt. I've come here to get vindicated. I've been disrespected for way too long. By
Understandable.
The two of you. And this is my vindication.
You really doing this crazy. But yeah, we've talked about him all the way from episode 87, which is now where he's on the pod. I guess finally, I guess it all comes full circle. All the way back to episode 1. He's been our friend for as long as everybody else who's been on this pod that we say we've been friends with. Dave, not Vod, close though.
Vod close, yeah.
Yeah,
Because we
Ray.
met him through Dave Ray. Yeah.
Anybody from high school that we say we've been friends with, been as friends with as long as Isaiah here, and I really appreciate him being on the pod.
Technically, I might have been the first quote unquote friend in the group from sophomore year. Y'all two were the first.
Well, it was
in Legio's class.
Yeah.
When, you were the ringleader.
I was the ringleader. I got in trouble when I got moved. Remember that? Yeah. That was crazy. And you were in that class. Steve used to talk to you in that class.
Legio
I didn't know you that
always
well.
be like,
Steve
I
talked
knew
to
you
me,
from
yeah.
French.
Yeah,
class.
yeah, you did.
And
Shout out to
when
French teacher.
we started
Even though he
talking
was
in
looking
that
at girls'
class?
asses in the
French
in the
class?
hallway.
yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit, but I was dating.
Yeah, right.
So-
Yeah, okay.
And it was technically.
And then in Legio, you was by yourself, so
Yeah.
we could just have
I
a
was in front.
conversation. Yeah.
But technically, it was like in French. It was me, the shorty, and
There was a bunch of us in that
it
class.
was.
Wasn't
it was
Niles
another.
in that
It was
class, too?
another dude.
Yeah, probably.
It was another dude
Shout out Nalu.
who.
Made our logo. by the way.
Nah, you know what?
You break it down like that.
We
Yeah,
gonna get
but,
crazy.
But no, there was.
He's
there's
gonna
a-
start
I know
hooping.
who watches this.
Yeah, we already went through that last episode. Just
Yeah.
talking about wild shit
Well,
in high
I mean,
school.
we could chat a little bit.
Yeah,
but we'll
I'm just
see.
saying. Yeah, but Isaiah, he's been friends with us for it's coming up on a decade, damn near. He's
Yeah.
some old ass niggas. But yeah, and he's basically cemented himself in the entertainment business at this point. He went to school for what was it? Sound design, was it? Did you or was it editing?
It's editing and sound design.
See, look at that, the deadly duo. But yeah, he's went
That's
to school
bread.
classically for some shit that niggas be doing on the internet, and he making twice as much bread as them. You see
Yep.
what it is? You put the
'Cause
time
he got
in.
the
I
credentials.
don't know about twice.
Yeah,
He got the
He's at least
credentials.
making 1.5 times what you doing for free right now.
Who are we talking about?
I
Though?
don't know.
Like,
Well, I will say you making, I don't know, it's no number compared to zero more than me.
I look
So-
I look at it like this, right?
And
You
I
saying-
edit every day. So.
You say who I'm talking to. Anybody with a camera and a laptop and free time.
a camera,
Does
a
what-
laptop, a ring light.
Yes. All of our equipment.
So literally what we have right here, yes.
equipment.
All of our equipment.
Yeah.
Anybody who's doing that, who watched a couple YouTube videos and said, I'm going to make content, is basically doing what you went to school for, but at a rate not as well as you.
Zero.
and
So
a lot
for
less
us
money.
specifically, sorry,
Wow.
Facebook gave us $5.
No,
Well,
they give us like 100 something, remember?
Oh well. Oh yeah, that's true. So 100 and something plus 5.
Now we are.
you also have to understand this though. So subtract whatever I'm making. Right?
Yeah.
Subtract it by 30,000 because I owe student loan debt.
Yeah, but you black.
Moneybag Joe, give me my money, man. I need that 20 bands from you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
that's
I
funny,
thought Joe cleared Joe.
No, they fighting him on
they
it right
fighting,
now.
Yeah, they fighting in the courts.
That's
But I look at it
nice.
like this, right? You black.
The Republicans are suing them.
Republicans is crazy. You black, but so they not really expecting you to pay that money. back.
Young and I'm black and my hat's real low.
Well, no, I got a story. My pops was on that type of time. He was saying, "Man, fuck them niggas. I ain't paying them shit." He legit said that. And then
About
they
his taxes?
Well, he's
no, not his taxes.
Okay.
About his school shit. His
say, do not
student
say this on
loan.
the pod.
Yeah, no,
he's
no.
not paying. He doesn't want
No,
to pay.
yeah,
the
he
student loan.
said they made him.
Where you
What
did
did
And now
your
it's
dad go
paid.
to school for?
Yeah,
He went to
where?
school for business, and he went to Brian and Stratton. I'm telling
Brian
you,
Stratton.
Well,
Did he
I'm
graduate?
yeah.
Let me
shout
let me
out.
tell you one thing. His degree is worth the same as mine.
Yeah, I guess for the arts.
Nothing.
Yeah, for the arts
Yeah.
and
No
business,
offense.
it's a
Yeah.
little tough in college. Obviously, it gives you connections.
He didn't even go into that's his joke
Yeah,
because he didn't go
And-
into
and it's
business.
just-
Yeah,
it's
that-
just-
Technically, I wish degrees transfer because I would actually,
Yeah, you would
need
use.
that
You would
joke.
probably use his degree
Yeah.
more than he ever would.
Because he don't,
Yeah, he doesn't do anything
get into
with
that
it.
type of
Yeah,
stuff.
and it-
I think he said it's because like that's what people was saying was the move. I guess.
It was
so
if you
I
wanted
mean,
to.
yeah, at
Yeah.
the time, yeah.
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 He could have been
It's
like a
just
manager.
like mine.
Yeah, he could have been a district manager. A
Well,
general
you
manager
you
of a store.
making, but you in your field though.
Yeah, but
That's
I know
the
a
thing.
lot of people who graduated with me
Who's not
aren't
doing-
anything. It's
But-
just like one of those things.
Do you feel that? Do you view that as like your degree not coming through for you? or
At
at least
least
for
you
them
not
in that
going
regard,
for
or they just stop pursuing it that way without without putting anybody business out there.
Like, well, that nigga Kyle just start going on.
Nah, I mean, it's like, it just depends on how much you value your education and how much. Not everybody looks at college as an investment.
Okay.
I knew I was going there and I was spending money.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
right.
like, I'm not doing this shit for free.
For free, yeah.
So I'm trying to make a return on my investment right now.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
Right.
And, niggas ain't making returns on the investment currently.
So, yeah.
Because some people pay and they working, they not doing what they went to school for, so it don't really make sense because you pay.
Right.
I feel
Like,
you.
I knew, like, I was determined to have this shit make me some type of money.
Right. Right.
And if it wasn't,
Damn.
knock, knock, life of crime.
You was going straight.
I'm not gonna lie.
Straight to the work.
I have been saying a lot lately, and hopefully that don't mean I'm gonna do it. If this content shit don't work, it's probably life of crime.
I feel like this will
That's
work.
the last resort.
I feel like this will work. I'm just not sure to what degree. I feel like we're on the track for it to be like
do something,
whatever.
yeah,
especially in the
something.
last like year and a half, we've taken it seriously.
yeah.
For the
We've
first
done
2
well.
years, you wanted us to pop, I wanted us to pop, but we were putting in minimum effort.
Yeah, and we also, I will say, we thought we were doing something.
Yeah, we were still doing minimum effort, but
Yeah.
because we never done anything like this before, we thought it was a lot of effort.
Yeah,
but it
and
was
it
like
wasn't.
it was like the bare minimum of meet once a week and film a video and then put it out and then be like, damn, we've released one video every week for the last
With no-
month.
with no
Why
clip-
is there
with
no new
minimal
subscribers?
clips.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
no clips, damn near
Yeah.
for the first couple, and then just like terrible audio. We didn't understand like the kind of like.
I was brand fucking new
Yes.
at editing, so I didn't even like. I'm better now, but at the time it was just nothing.
Yeah, our conversations were kind of lacking. We didn't understand the taking.
We didn't even have
turns.
conversations initially.
No, I'm talking about conversations
Oh,
in terms
just
of on the
in the-
pod.
yeah,
Yeah,
on
just
the
about
pod.
like the topics we
Yeah.
did. Like I don't feel like we really like locked in and like kind of like figured out what we wanted to talk about until the day of.
Well, like the first 15 was like the first 15 episodes was basically PlayStation parties.
yeah,
With
but
just
with only two of us.
With
which
just
is
two
it.
of us.
Yeah, it's the multiple personalities.
We
that
didn't
kinda-
get going until like with actual conversation, like actual good conversation, until like episode 20. I'd say that's just me personally.
But here we are now,
And now we're here,
almost at 200 subscribers.
and we got the content house.
subscribe.
We
Yeah.
capped. This is not. I can't afford that. We.
No,
this-
but
Oh, that's That goes into. I guess.
yeah, we
what
can tell them
talking
what we
about.
actually are doing
Yeah.
here and what this place is.
Yep.
I don't know if you want to tell them or I'll tell them.
Well, we are in Philadelphia at the moment. We
Mm-hmm.
came here for the JID and Smino concert, which was fucking amazing. We'll get into that in a second. And we are at an Airbnb. It's a very nice Airbnb too, by the way. Anything y'all want to add?
Well, Isaiah picked this Airbnb out, so
He did.
It was a group effort.
I don't know. You've led the charge. The people
With
might not know,
trips.
but you've led the charge on at this point 95% of our trips that we've done.
Well, that's because none of y'all niggas really want to put in the effort to make it get done. I mean,
Well.
like it's just one.
Well,
come on.
I've just
Don't even
this
be
is my
like-
second trip, so I wasn't even at the first like 2 or 3 or whatever.
It was
so.
3 by that point. I think.
Yeah, so
I try to include everybody in on the decisions,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you do.
everybody. Well, the only time that I didn't was like literally Vegas.
Vegas.
I mean, Vegas. I was just telling y'all niggas what was gonna happen.
Yeah,
and then it was like y'all cool with that or not, and
Yeah.
y'all niggas are so nonchalant. Look,
Yeah, we was cool. Yeah.
I'll do it. Fine, sure.
It was
cool.
Vegas
I'll
was
do
the way you had Vegas
I'll do
kind of like set up. That's crazy to give us the goofy voice. The
I
way,
told you that's what y'all sound like to me, man.
and that's disrespectful. Like, are we really friends at that point? But Vegas was such a thing where you kind of already had your idea of what a group like outing would be, especially across country. And,
Well, I
and
mean,
so you had kind of like
It wasn't an
Landmarks.
idea. It wasn't an idea of like what a group outing would be. We're all similar people, so I know we would all want to go shoot guns.
yeah,
I know
We
we,
did
would
that.
all want to drive some cars.
we did that. Well, they did that. It was a lot of money.
It was and
was
you would
long.
if it was cheaper, definitely.
Yeah, no,
everybody would.
everybody would have did if it was cheaper. Them supercars, don't get me wrong. I seen Isaiah. He was going around that track. He said it was very.
I'll never do that shit again in
Yeah,
my life.
he said it was very heart racing. in that car. It was very tense. It was the speeds, the turns, the braking, and the instructor right next to you, just kind of like.
I'm not a person that has anxiety. I've never been diagnosed with anxiety in my life. When you got a nigga screaming at you, basically.
Oh, he was yelling?
I mean, he wasn't. Okay, so this is what. So you're me. You're behind.
Okay.
What are we driving? Aventadors or Gallardos? You're behind a matte black Lamborghini Gallardo. You've never been in a Lamborghini in your life. This car is worth
super expensive.
This car is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Visualize it.
Visualize it.
Everybody close your eyes. Visualize it.
First time. You've just learned how to paddle shift, to manually shift. Nah, you got paddles on the wheels, my nigga. You learned. Yeah, they right on the back. Okay. You just learned how. Pause on that. You just learned. You just learned how to paddle shit. Do this. Right in high school. First time in your life.
Sorry.
And
Sorry,
then
guy.
You got a nigga right here, and let me tell you this right now.
I'm already shaking because you said I was in a supercar. So.
You go down the track, you go down the straightaway, right?
Okay.
You hit 200 on the straightaway.
Okay.
You're about to go into a turn, and you got a nigga telling you, break into the turn, break into the turn, break into the turn. Wait, now speed up. Floor it. Break, floor it.
Yeah, nah.
And I'm like,
I'm good. I'm good on that.
And you gotta, you know, again, the car is
it's super expensive.
Yeah. And your life is at stake.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, fuck how much the car costs. You spin out. You Paul Walker.
You might die.
Yeah.
That's
I'm so broke. I was more worried about the price of the car. That's what I was worried about.
Rest in peace. I'm not saying that as like any disrespect to him, but that's literally what happened. He was in the car with a nigga. He wasn't even the one driving, which
I'm
is
gonna tell
crazy
you right now. You better be careful with that Paul Walker shit. We already seen the power that Vin Diesel has. Y'all didn't see that shit?
What did Vin Diesel do?
Okay, so yeah, you know the whole Brittany Griner situation.
Yeah.
On God.
Oh yeah, he did get her out.
He got her.
He technically got her out.
Vin Diesel put
he said,
a post
I want her out
up
by Christmas, bro.
Vin Diesel, I swear to God, I don't even think I heard Vin Diesel say anything about the whole Brittany Griner situation. Mm-hmm. This nigga put an Instagram post up and said I want her home by Christmas.
And she was home by Christmas.
And guess what happened? She was home by Christmas.
Is Vin Diesel president?
I don't know what Vin Diesel is, but apparently he's an entity
did more than
above any
Biden
one
did.
of us. Yeah,
that's crazy. Say I want her out by Christmas, and she got out
by Christmas. Yeah,
I think they went over to that nigga Putin and was just like,
hey, Vin said,
you seen them fast?
Yeah, you seen the highlights.
You seen them joints? You don't want me to send this nigga over with his family?
Yeah.
What is? Come on.
They tore up Brazil.
Yeah, don't make us.
They're gonna do in Russia.
Yeah, don't make us do that, bro. They gonna pull up in ice buggies, man, and they gonna fuck y'all up, bro.
They gonna hit the drift in the ice buggies with the yoppers in the back.
They gonna fuck y'all up, bro.
Call up Joe Biden.
I forgot about that.
See if we can get the merchant of death, I guess.
Damn.
Nah, that is crazy.
We have to give the basketball player
she
back.
was home by Christmas, but no disrespect to Paul Walker. I'm just saying that would have been a comparable situation.
But it was bad though. Like I mean, like I told y'all niggas, you know, when I got out that bitch, like I said,
you wasn't feeling good.
Oh no, I hit it extremely well.
Yeah. Okay.
We was in the Tessie and we was about to leave. And I was not prepared to drive a regular car. And I was just like, I had to like, I literally had to take like 5 minutes to kind of just control myself. Damn. Cause like I was just like I was done off.
You was done off.
That sounded like some nerve. Just the little simulation we did was kind of nerve wracking.
Yeah, so, and you don't even have a license.
Yeah, so
you don't even know what it really means.
Well, first of all, if somebody, when I learn or figure out how to drive or whatever, and somebody teach me. If somebody's yelling, I'm gonna just stop. I'm like,
I'm teach you how to drive.
Well, we gonna do a video.
Yeah.
Of this nigga is gonna teach you?
No.
Yeah.
He's.
I thought.
I would be in the car, but I would teach. All right,
you're crazy.
First of all, right?
You're going crazy.
so first of all, right? I'm driving while we're here in Philadelphia. Yes. Because I have.
Well, Rick, I feel like you've done a wonderful job.
Thank you, Steve.
I feel like I don't drive either.
Can you detail the parallel parks that we just went to?
All right, so this is the thing, right? I'm the one driving in Philly. I have the rental, right? I'm driving a car that I'm not used to driving. It's a bigger car than my vehicle. It's a Honda Odyssey, if you know what those look like.
Here we go.
To fit all of us, there's 5 of us in the car. It has 3 rows, enough room for everybody. It's a longer vehicle. And so I seen a tight spot, and I was just like, I don't know if that's for me. They was like, no, I think you can fit. So we go through the process.
Don't say that.
Isaiah was like, I think we can fit.
Well, no, Bree said it. Bree said it too.
No,
she
not
didn't.
at the time we started.
Oh, okay.
She said it once we started it, but not before then.
Okay.
I see the spot. I'm like, that's a little bit of a tough fit. But he doubled down. He was like, try that bitch, and I was like, all right, I guess. And so I go through the process.
That is what he said. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, it was like I go through the process. It's a tight fit. And so
it was a tight ass fit. I don't drive, so my opinion don't really mean shit. But it was from my perspective.
Without disrespecting me, you can't lie and say it wasn't a tight fit.
I'm not gonna lie. It was basically bumper to bumper, but we did have to teach you how to parallel park while you were doing it.
I was just the reason was I was going through because I just didn't want to scratch this rental. I would whip my car. I'm not saying I would have did it perfectly, but there would have been a lot more liable things that I would have been willing to do with my own car versus some dude's car who I'm renting from.
That is true.
On this trip, I'm not doing nothing I would do it in my car that I would do in there.
I'm not gonna let you defend him.
It's not his shit.
I'm not gonna let you defend him.
Well, it's not really defending him because it's not his shit, so he can't do that.
Okay. It was the basics of the parallel that we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. I can't argue that.
Which was just cutting the wheel.
So I don't know.
Like you just wasn't cutting the wheel.
I think it's just whatever.
You can't turn that off in the settings?
I probably can, but
we haven't found it, so that's something we can look at after the fact. Yeah, I know, right?
Well, no, I did look up for this like last week. It just said it is what it is, fam. You gotta deal with it. Unless it's set up how we did it, but that's garbage.
Yeah, I don't know why it cuts off every
20. It depends on the frame rate you're using, but it's like 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh, why don't y'all just set timers then?
I mean, we can. Ray do that, so
yeah. Ray usually is the one behind the camera. So,
I see.
Yeah.
So usually he doesn't. He just
he take care of it and we go
right?
with it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But he's not here because he couldn't make it. Shout out Ray. Hopefully he goes on the next trip we do.
That's gonna be weird though, right?
What?
Because we was in mid conversation.
No, it comes out.
Usually, that's because you started asking about that. But usually we go right into what.
Yeah, we pause. About. Yeah. Because usually it's just the two of us. So when that happens,
even if it's somebody there, we usually just go right into which we ain't had a guest in a while. But usually we just go right.
So now the edit will be weird because you didn't know that was gonna happen.
Nah, but even then, it cut off in the middle of what you were talking about.
Oh, so
it would cut.
Well, I cut that. I usually cut that out and go with whatever
because we start from the beat.
He'll be
the middle of the conversation.
Like if it cut in the middle of Rick saying I was trying to finesse I would just cut out what he was saying I was trying to, and then he would just start again for what he was about to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would just go from that sentence forward, but
I see.
But obviously you didn't know that, so now it'll be a weird cut.
Oh, I'm being too deep.
But it might be. I might just fade it. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know,
but basically because of the now you know why sometimes the edits can be weird between conversations because of the camera. But how I was saying before is that yes, they had to teach me the cut and everything. But what I was gonna say to defend myself is that in my car I usually just it's one fluid in and out motion and boom, that's it for me. And
I've just never seen anybody do that on a parallel park.
that's just always how I've just done it. It's just well, obviously I was taught the cut and then the cut again. And then I was like, well, if I can tell the distance between me and the other car, I could just make it one fluid motion. And then so that's always what I've been trying to do is I just always do just creep forward, creep out, and it's faster that way. And because I'm a little bit more of an anxious person, so if there's someone behind me, I'm like, damn it, I'm holding them up. and so I'm like, I got to get into the spot. And so I found that to be the fastest way to do it. Is just move back, turn the wheel, and then quick while still moving, and then it just.
Well, it was evident to me that you had never parallel parked in a tight space.
If I don't have to, no, I do not.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, not in a super tight space now.
This is okay. Let me just make a disclaimer real quick for the audience.
Yeah.
I'm a very sarcastic person.
Yeah.
It probably isn't gonna come off that way on camera.
You gonna disrespect me.
It's gonna come off that I'm adding this nigga and I'm disrespecting him.
Yeah, this way crazy.
Which I guess I am.
Yeah, and you about to disrespect me.
But most of the shit that comes out of my mouth, I don't really mean.
All right, I'm gonna look the camera in the eye as you disrespect me.
You'll know if I mean it.
Zoom in on. Go ahead.
Nah, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, that was it. Okay. Okay.
These niggas know when I mean it.
Yeah, no, Oh, you talking about just the conversation as a whole?
Yeah. The audience won't know that.
I don't give a fuck what they think.
I'm not actually getting on.
Well,
I don't doubt his driving abilities.
Depending on who listens,
he wouldn't be in the car if he really doubted my driving abilities.
That's correct.
He would have just been like, someone else got to drive.
That's correct.
Depending on who I don't know who actually like watches this.
Mm-hmm.
I know some of our friends and people we know do.
Yeah.
But for the folks that don't know Black, he is not like the monster that he's like for kind of because if you
it depends on who you ask. I know friends of ours who would say he's a mean person who only goes out of his way to say mean things about them or treat them as if they're stupid.
What says that about me?
Hefty.
Well, is Hefty really our friend though?
Well,
he's
by his standard,
Hefty's my friend,
and that's another example. By
Hefty
his standards, we are not his friends.
So come on.
Hefty said we wasn't his friend.
Well, he's your friend because he's probably done the requirements for you to, which is a late night phone call. You ever had a late night phone call with Hefty? Yeah. So you're his friend.
You're his friend.
Okay.
To
so
be
y'all,
fair,
he's saying y'all not his friend.
Even though we've been in the parties with him, like I could have been in the parties with Hefty going into 3 a.m., 4 a.m. But since we never had a late night phone, since we never had a late night on the phone call, we're not his friends.
Hefty, I love you, big guy, but that's a weird.
That's crazy.
To be fair,
that's a weird protocol.
To be fair to Hefty, and if he watches this, because I just want to clarify,
he does.
He does watch this.
Yeah, he does.
He's gonna say something.
Hefty, to be fair to you, just remember I'm clearing your name right now. To be fair to you, he did rescind that.
He
statement,
did.
He did amend it.
Okay.
He did amend it later on.
Okay.
But once it's out there,
once it's out there, that is.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say if he was just sticking to that, I was like, that's a weird.
No, he's not. He's changed.
He's stuck to it in the moment because we was on his ass. We was like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah, because that's kind of nuts. We've known that nigga
for going on like multiple years. Yeah. If we've been in the parties with him, and he's actually probably
we know about his life. He knows.
He probably actually knows some
to an extent.
Decently private conversations that we've had, and we've never been like, oh, Hefty can't be here.
That's
never.
He been around.
He's cleared it up and he's apologized. And he was like, I was wilding for that. But I'm still, I will still use it to this day.
No, you got
I'll
to.
probably use it for as long as I know that nigga. So
shout out to Hefty though. That's my guy, and he been supporting the pod.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, Hefty is the only friend that I can say I've made on the internet.
On the internet, yeah, that's true for me too. Yeah. I don't have any other.
I haven't met him in real life or anything.
Yeah, I don't have any other people that I talk to as much as him that I've never met in real life, at all.
He's on.
If I wasn't friends with him on Facebook by happenstance, because I didn't know that was him because I never heard his full name, and I was just like, "Who is that?" And then I was like, "Oh, that's Hefty." I wouldn't even know what he looked like, and I would just be whatever. But
technically, Romelo's cousin too.
Oh yeah, well he's been AWOL, but he's been getting active back in the chat. Shout out to you, Devon.
I was a little upset with Mel. Well, you already said his name. I was already upset with Devon because he commented on something about the pod. He was like, "Yeah, I haven't watched since the Angel episode," and I was like,
"That was a while ago." Yeah,
that's 47. That's 46 episodes ago.
Yeah, no, that's
like fuck.
Yeah, that he did watch up.
He did, It's just before he was watching consistently, I was like, did we fall off?
Yeah, we must have. No, for real. But
he stopped
watching.
One.
Yeah, because he was watching from day one, and then he said he didn't watch.
He said he used to watch with his dad.
Yeah, see,
y'all niggas done went studio on me. Y'all niggas changed.
Nah, you know what? Because after the Angel episode, we was going towards Hollywood. I
guess we were trying to get somewhere. That was more about.
He said, "Nah."
Y'all niggas stopped doing interviews and shit. Too?
No, we've done tons of interviews since
after
then. But that was
the.
But all right, so we're in Philadelphia for the concert. It's been nice. Better than Jersey. Fuck Jersey.
Yeah, Jersey.
Jersey was nasty, and it smelled like despair, death, and gasoline. And I'll never go there again if I can choose not to.
Yeah, it doesn't stink here.
New York was kind of cool.
It doesn't smell like sadness and despair here. So
yeah, there's a lot of one ways, but I like it because it leaves less guessing on what you have to do.
It is tough though, trying to like find parking.
Yeah, doing the block spins is terrible, but it also is just a safer travel of. I know there can only be a car coming from here, and I don't got to worry about like a dude doing an illegal U-turn over here doing whatever he's doing.
The difference though is that I mean these niggas down here be just trying it on the one ways though.
They do be going crazy.
Like I feel like at least 3 or 4 people just take shit that they shouldn't take in an intersection.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, God damn, bro.
Either that or just
your life?
being in the middle of the street, cars on either side, and just throwing on the hazards and getting out, doing some shit, hopping back in. That's crazy on the one way.
Yeah, them niggas did get out and just did whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we shoulder to shoulder here. I can't go nowhere but forward, but you like, I gotta grab this real quick. And I'm like, bro, just
didn't niggas like switch seats?
Yeah, a whole dude got out of the car, got in the driver's seat of another car. His man got out, got into the other car, and they was just like, slapped him up. I'm like,
passed a bag, which we don't know what was in the bag, and then kept going.
Yeah, well, I don't care what's in that bag. It was probably just something that was none of my business for. But other than that, I like how it's not too much traffic. It's been actually kind of a pleasure to travel through the city, just seeing shit. Like there's a lot of graffiti.
It's a pretty city.
Yeah, it's a lot of graffiti, a lot of cool graffiti, not like some like bullshit. I got a paint can in my basement, and I'm like, 20 years old with nothing to do with my life, but like some actual dudes with like talent, they be doing all of it up, and I think that's cool. Like just seeing that part of hip hop, the pillars of hip hop. Is that what you went on that one radio show? And
that was a fucking while ago.
Yeah, Steve went on a radio show and showed some old heads that he knew the true pillars of hip hop to show that he down.
And them niggas went crazy.
Yeah, they was
if
like,
I can find that, I gotta clip that.
Yeah, he was like, oh my God, you're how old and you know the pillars of hip hop?
I was like 18. I don't even think Shiley was born then, no? Damn.
What are the pillars of hip hop? Who are they?
I probably forgot.
It's not who, it's what. It's graffiti.
What? It's graffiti, it's rap or MCing, it's DJing, break dancing, and I forgot the last one.
It's not 4.
It's 5.
5 pillars of hip hop.
I forgot the last one. Graffiti, graffiti, rap. Oh, was MCing and rap separate? I think that might have been what it was. I didn't hear what Black said. What did you say?
I was talking about the pillars.
Did you say something crazy?
Yeah, I said. You said it was 5 pillars. So that's an odd number of pillars.
That is an odd number. It is an odd number.
That's the point 1, Steve.
What is it?
Knowledge.
That's one of the pillars.
That's gross.
Damn, he hit the Google real quick.
Yeah, we got it. It's not a third mic, but we do
shout
have.
Shout out to Mello. Yeah, shout out to boy Mello. Yeah, replacing producer Ray for the day.
Yeah. We've cut out. If you've seen the episode, a redacted episode, we said something about Mello. He let us know that he doesn't. It didn't bother him that it was in there, but he would have preferred if it wasn't. Yeah, so if you heard that redacted episode before it changed, that was Mello who asked not to be there.
We did indeed cut it out. And since we have,
we were good on that. We took the episode down.
But we've altered how we discuss our friends.
Yeah, we usually don't use their names unless they're in the room, because then they could just yoke us up if we say something we're not supposed to.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah. Hey, shut up. Do it.
Don't nobody gotta know that.
I'll tell you right now, though, if you had an on-interview fight, you'd probably get a lot of views.
Yeah, but No Jumper already does that.
Yeah, they do that every week. It then got played out now because they do it every week.
Yeah, and plus, that boy, what is his name? Adam
22.
Adam 22. He lets people fuck his wife. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just
not. She a yarn star. He knew that with her.
That's that.
And she also lets him fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's the caveat?
Is he still up?
Would you do that? Like,
would I if she could and I could?
Right. Let's say the ratio's 70-30.
No, I couldn't do it.
Nah,
if it's a 70-30 ratio,
no. I don't want nobody fucking my bitch.
I mean, I wouldn't do it either, but I know a lot of niggas that might take that.
Well, some people say it's insecurity. If you want to say that, that's fine. But I don't want to.
Insecurity is crazy.
I don't want nobody fucking my bitch.
Insecurity is crazy.
Well, I'm saying if it was equal, I'm saying.
Oh, like Well, I'm not saying.
I'm not even
saying I would want it with me in favor. Like I get to do whatever.
Yeah. I still don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's still crazy. Like in itself, I'm just saying the thought of another person or persons in
smacking
your relationship.
Person
because
it's like
it's the easiest scapegoat for any issue to happen. Like if you are having a argument with your girl, you can't be like, oh, if we're fighting, you can't do that.
This week, you was gonna meet up with Terrence tomorrow. That's not happening.
Yeah, like to kind of be like you can't emotionally escaping that person. Like imagine y'all have a fight and y'all have like the open relationship, and then I guess as a way to work off y'all fight, y'all both go see like some other people. I feel like that's not healthy. That can't be healthy.
Here's the thing.
Well, some people rock with that, and if you rock with that, that's fine.
Yeah,
for you,
I just feel like
because you seem to be okay with it. But me personally, I couldn't do that.
This is what y'all gotta understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've been in a couple relationships,
a couple situations.
You've been in one. Y'all have to understand, and I feel like you should know this between the two of y'all. You gotta understand that like sex is one thing, and then like sex with your partner is a different thing, right? It's a different level of
I wouldn't know that
intimacy.
I could see
that's
where
what I'm saying. So like, so you going out like whatever, y'all had a fight, and then she go see Tyrone or whatever. Like man, it's whatever. It's like you good for that because you can go see Keisha. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that big of a deal.
Black, I'm a sensitive nigga, bro.
Well, hold on. But like now, if it's different, if like
I'd be like, she
with
that nigga.
Yeah, but like it don't. Sometimes it don't mean like me personally. I wouldn't be for it either. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
You just giving the alternative.
Yeah, I'm saying. I know some people view sex as just like it's a thing or whatever,
a physical thing.
But then sex with your partner
is an emotional.
It's a different thing.
Well, it's this. Really well, she does urine as well, but that don't take away from.
Maybe talking about somebody you know.
I don't know her personally, but I've watched her stuff though.
Yeah. I know her well.
I know her intimately. I know she just doesn't know who.
She don't know me.
I know her. She doesn't know me.
I know her. She don't know me. Yeah.
I got her in the bookmarks. You dirty dog.
I know her well.
Actually.
That's pulling her up on the pod is great. She does have TikTok. I could pull up the TikTok.
Sticks hands in pants. Pulls up video.
Birthday January 16th.
Oh my god! You know, like
we know somebody that know that type of shit.
Yeah, we do. We do know what's known as the Yorn Wizard.
No, but there is this Yorn star.
Ugh.
She also has a podcast, and she says sex is just whatever to her. Like it don't matter. Sydney something, some white girl.
Mm. I don't know. Maybe for people who engage in that regularly to the point like it's their career, maybe they do view it as like that's work, and then anything outside of that work with like someone else is more of like an emotional. It means more. But I feel like it's just an easy. I feel like while it can be just physical, I guess in the sense for people who know, I feel like it's the easiest physical thing to kind of like get emotions wrapped up into. I feel like it's. While it's probably normal for some people to separate it physically, I feel like it's one of those acts to where if there is just that little bit of emotion or that chance to be emotions, I feel like it's the easiest thing to kind of like fall into, especially on the regular. I
would say there's definitely, to me, there's differences, right? So I can I could like smack like 3 shorties in like 1 week. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can't, but I mean, like, hypothetically.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, but if you did that, it wouldn't do nothing.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't mean nothing to me.
Well, and I feel like that's different than having
What if it's repeated encounters?
Different, though.
What do you, repeated encounters?
With
the same 3 shorties?
Or just maybe if we were just to drop the example down to like maybe 2 shorties, right?
Right.
And you can sleep with one and it's whatever, and you can sleep with the other is whatever. But let's say you just start sleeping with one of them more often. Like let's say you seeing her instead of like the 2 times a week, maybe you seeing her like 4 times a week now.
Right. And one you only see on Saturday.
Yeah, like would you grow some attachment towards the one that you see in 4 times versus the 2?
No.
If it's just casual, no, probably not.
If it's just casual, I'll tell you this though. In a relationship wise, you would obviously be less upset if your significant other cheated on you with a random stranger than with like one of us.
That's true.
Right.
No, that's true. Like, that is.
If you can apply that logic to just other shit, like niggas who are in that life, then you can see what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe it's the idea of maybe I'm having tough time separated because maybe if it's someone that they're only seeing for that thing, like they see them do that thing and they leave, then that's different than maybe I'm imagining that there's a preamble to it. Like maybe they go out, eat something or whatever.
No, you've only had meaningful sex in your life.
Rick,
so you can't understand
preambles ain't
meaningless.
guaranteed, bro. It's not guaranteed. No.
Without going into too much detail,
Not to be
I've
nasty
taught you how the
niggas.
game go.
You have. So
Not to be nasty niggas, but sometimes it's just no preambles.
No
You're just
details to be disclosed.
no warm up. You just in the game,
I've
man.
taught you how to game.
I guess that is. Yeah, that is. I guess.
Taught you how to game,
viewing
bro.
it like that, I can see it staying just physical. But I feel like it's just.
I still don't want nobody fucking up.
I'm not.
That's the bottom line. Yeah.
No. That's still off the board. But I'm
Yeah.
saying I can see where it stays just physical. But I'm still saying that I feel like it's one dinner away from it not being physical anymore.
Well,
especially if you're intimate with that person.
It could. That's true too.
That's true.
That's
It
true.
could be.
You want
But
dinner date to be like, oh, we got a lot of.
Yeah, you gotta understand.
And then you forcing it because you just see this person naked. Yeah, like
Now
you
phone ring. You like
done-
little baby.
Yeah, y'all done talk for 3 hours and y'all got like only 2 things in common, but you done seen this person naked how many times? Now you're like, oh, we compatible. It's like, I don't know. It's just
That's possible. That's possible.
It can sway emotions for sure.
Yeah. What was we talking?
We was talking about Philly in general, and then we do that all the time.
We do.
But Philly has been great. The concert was great.
The concert was amazing.
It was a 10 out of 10 for me.
The concert, Mello.
I know you had a ball.
I had a blast as well.
Mans was trying to take me out the whole concert, but I was meeting his energy the whole time. I wasn't trying to go out.
I seen y'all in your little corner. I was like, I don't want to do that because y'all was turned. Y'all was going crazy.
Yeah.
I just remember sweating.
No,
I just remember sweating.
Was
I
crazy.
guarantee you had a good concert.
Yeah.
But I was. He was letting everybody know that whoever's sitting next to me get ready to get grabbed and punched, and I was like,
that's why I switched the rotation.
Yeah,
you
did. I was like, how did we end up first? But I got there and I was like, if I'm here, it is what it is. If I'm not feeling the concert like that, then I'll just nod my head and be like, whatever. But I was feeling that concert.
It's impossible.
I was feeling that concert in my toe.
Yeah, I just remember when JID was getting into his Negro spirituals. He doesn't have actual Negro spirituals.
I don't know. I felt like saying hallelujah at the end of like at least 2 of his songs that he did.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Well, he don't got no specific Negro spirit that's like labeled as that. Oh, he do.
No, the brother come through. I feel
Yeah,
like that's a
he do.
Negro spiritual. Then
Okay, so when JID was doing his Negro spirituals, I just remember just sweating.
he was telling you, yeah. You was praise dancing.
Yeah, I was just like I was doing a little jump.
The 1 foot.
Yeah. I definitely had the Holy Ghost when JID was going.
The JID. So for those who don't know, even though we said it about 3 times now, get your comprehension up. We went to see JID and Smino. They're doing their combo tour. Love is Forever.
Love is Forever tour,
because JID has the Forever Story album. And then
Love for Rent.
Yes, Smino just dropped Love for Rent last year, or was it beginning this year or last year?
It was last year.
Last year. So they know each other. That they have a gang together. I forgot. We talked about
a musical gang. Because I don't want niggas.
ISL.
I don't want niggas to be like, oh, a gang.
Yeah, I think they're like Zoink Gang. Yeah. Is 2 of them and some other people. So they know each other, and so they decided to do a combo tour, which. Smartest idea ever. It was basically 2 concerts for the price of 1.
I mean,
it was basically, and they had a really good opening act.
Yeah, what was it?
Jordan Ward.
Jordan Ward. There's supposed to be 2
got an album
opening acts,
coming out tomorrow as well. So check out Jordan Ward.
No, it came out.
It's out today.
Yeah.
Mello looked it up. His days was mixed up because it come out tomorrow.
Well, he needs to get the PR.
But he said he was on tour.
It was off the pack.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
No, you seen what he was doing on that stage. He was definitely on some type of pack. But he was Chris Breezy on that stage, though. He was hitting all the notes.
If he was back
dancing.
there with Smino did say he
was
took
off
shrooms.
the shrooms.
Yeah, he did. He said
Yeah.
he took some shrooms backstage.
So if he was chilling, and they both from St. Louis, so I'm assuming
those hit him a lot harder than they hit Smino.
Yeah, no, for real. But yeah, he was a great opener.
Yeah,
he got the crowd hype. He got some good crowd participation. I was a little scared when he asked for crowd participation twice. I was like, you got it once. You're really gonna go double dipping, but he got it twice.
Yeah.
And there was someone who passed out. Don't lock your legs if you're standing down in the pits because that's how you pass out. Shout out Jared TC for teaching me that for Parade. But yeah, don't lock your knees if you're standing for too long. You will pass out, guaranteed 100%. Someone passed out, and people in the middle of a set, and people wanted him to run it back. I feel like as an opener,
they chanted run it back.
Run it back as an opener
that's
for people to be there for one per, like for in this case 2 people.
Yeah.
But they liked you and vibed with you and your music to the point where they wanted you to do your song again, which in turn could lengthen the time it is to get to the people that they paid to really see. I feel like that's like, I don't know, that's a crazy
gold.
nod. Yeah, that's like, oh, I'm hitting tonight. And so I'm glad that he had that experience, and I'm glad that I heard that music because he had some real good bangers. And his personality.
We followed him on Instagram.
Oh, y'all followed him? All right, bet. We can link him in here.
We'll put his link in the description.
Free clout. Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, we like to throw that around.
Well,
he got more than us, but we like to throw it around.
He need to share this.
Yeah, no, for real. But if he doesn't, just know that we throw it out to anybody who we deem it like their craft is just worthy of it. But I really his vibe, like his personality, does not match the music that he makes. I thought he was gonna start rapping.
Well, again, you have to understand that he was probably off shrooms.
He probably was high.
I guess maybe that might have been the most accentuated parts of his personality. I will say he was still a lot more hyper, it seemed like, as a person than he immediately was just like saying some old shit and then just getting into some like melodies.
And I will say, even though he was potentially high off shrooms or whatever, I would be shocked if his regular personality was crazy less than that. Like if he was just like, oh man, what's up?
If he's like that,
I'd be shocked,
them shrooms was high quality.
That was some good shit.
Top shelf.
Top shit.
He'd be the type of nigga to be like, my friend over there want to talk to you. He just want to
if he was. Or if we had him on the pod, he'd be like, yeah, I just started making music when I was
shout out St. Louis
7. Shout out Smino.
He really the hometown hero.
I guess I'm okay.
I guess I tried my best.
Nah, that be nuts.
And I got I think I got a clip of him going crazy. I'll throw it right here.
You ready? Here we go. I don't care, I just want you to know. I don't like what you did, that shit hurt. I don't care what you do anymore. Here we go.
And if you just seen that clip, if you just throw it, not ass, the clip.
Hips. Whoa!
Oh, we are in Philly.
Throw your hips. We got clips of that too. People throwing hips.
Fuck it.
That's my love. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
But if you seen that clip, you seen he was going crazy. So if you seen that guy like just chilling, that would be kind of crazy. It would be kind of
it would. But he was a great opener. And I felt like I thought there was going to be 2 openers. It said on Instagram there's supposed to be 2. I forgot what the second dude name. It was like Swave something. I'm kind of, no offense to him, I don't know what his music sounds like, but I'm kind of okay with him being the only opener and then going straight into
Smino
them 2
JID,
because it was.
Oh, and Smino, bro. Every week I become more of a fan of that nigga, and I credit that to you.
Yeah, I'm a day one. He was talking about day ones. I'm one of them day ones.
You ain't seen me. I was pointing at you.
What if he was like, one of the people in here was my Spotify .004.
Yeah, I would have passed out. You would have seen me like full bitch mode. I would have been
that nigga went up to the railing like, Smino is me.
Nah, you laughing? Dead ass. Especially if he would have been like,
right there.
Yeah, especially if he would have been like, I seen it on Twitter. Shout out Rick Thompson if he in the crowd. He said he was gonna be. I would have been like, that's me. I would have been screaming from the top ropes. I would have been going crazy. And we had our little section. We did it. We had to do it up when we in Philly. We had the VIP box on lock. You already know what it was. I'm lying about one of those things. I'm not lying about the other.
We had nice seats. We were behind. Yeah, slightly behind.
We were. If there's VIP, we were VIP adjacent. We were basically like.
No, we were in VIP.
Yeah, but we just didn't have a box.
Have a VIP box.
We had a waitress come by multiple times to ask if we
she was trying to get us.
drinks.
She was trying to get us to buy some drinks, which I did.
I couldn't buy.
Most of you did.
Yeah, I couldn't buy any drinks because I was DD, but I had some ginger ale on decky.
And I just wasn't trying to get lit.
Yeah, he did have some death liquid, which is water, in a beer can, and I had to let him know before.
I was say, what the fuck is death liquid?
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's actually the most nourishing thing you can drink.
Oh, wow,
water.
really?
Water.
Yeah, it is. And there was a whole viral campaign. People was buying it in the shelf.
Shit is called death liquid?
Or liquid death.
Liquid death, yeah.
Why the okay, I guess that's good marketing.
Yeah, it's sparkling water. It's basically it's just good marketing.
it wasn't
People were
even
buying
sparkling.
cases.
It wasn't.
Oh, was
it
it?
just regular
It's
straight
just
up?
regular water.
Oh, that's even. I'd buy that. Then.
Shit kind of tasted a little bit like tap. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really? Never.
That's
mind.
why it's liquid death.
He gave you the tap water.
Nah, they give me.
Just a nigga. You think it's a whole company? It's just a nigga in his house.
Nah. It was a nigga. It was a nigga in Flint, Michigan.
Oh, that's real death liquid.
That's actually foul. If
That's
a nigga's
real
moving
liquid
like that,
death liquid.
and I hate to do this
That's
because it's a black man, but BFB the Pac Man would do that. And he's from Flint.
man.
He would definitely do that for extra bread.
I guess shout out him.
Shout out to BFB the Pac Man, man.
That's why they put it in the cans and not the see through because
Yeah, 'cause you can't
see all
see
the algae.
Yeah, you ain't gonna see
the algae,
it.
the microbes, the water that looks
Damn.
like
Some good ass
darkness.
marketing.
Yeah.
Do that again.
My
No.
fault.
Boss.
We pausing now?
I mean, yeah.
My fault.
You good.
Pause my.
It did triple down on it.
but yeah, no, all that was great.
I'm not gonna clip
how
that.
did y'all feel about the concert? I loved.
Oh,
like,
it was
the
an amazing
mashup of the
concert.
two. I will say that, as like Steve said, and how I've said, if you watch our other content, I am the 0.0005% like listener of Smino. Like I am in the top percentage. So I enjoyed the Smino segment a lot more than I enjoyed the JID. Had the higher moments, but as an overall performance, that Smino one was crazy.
And I think I did well with it being my first ever concert. Well, my first ever like mainstream concert.
Yeah, not local. I know you do a lot
I've
of
done
local
a shit
shit.
ton of local concerts, but my first mainstream concert, I think this was an extreme W.
No, you caught a good one.
I don't want to say 10 because it's the first one, I guess. So I'll say 9.5. I'll give it a 9.5.
It was 9.5 is fair. I mean, y'all niggas know I don't normally sound like this. My voice is still pretty
Yeah,
you down and out.
Yeah, you was yeah.
Which is surprised that mine's is down and out because there was points where I was screaming and I felt
Me too, yeah.
I felt death.
You
Yeah.
if you would have went how I went during Stick,
Yeah.
I mean Stick was the game ender for me.
I will say I thought I was gonna pass out during Stick because like I felt my chest was like, nigga, why are you jumping around and yelling? You don't do this. Like, what are you doing? But I kept going and I was like, if I pass out, I just pass out, bro. I was just like, I have to turn the fuck up,
for me
bro.
on
Yeah,
Stick.
He was close.
Stick is
Yeah.
really the anthem. I don't know what it's the anthem to, but
And
it's the
then
anthem to
the
something.
nigga did a remix version in the beginning or something,
Yeah.
and then went into the actual version.
Yeah.
If he would have brought Shaq
Shaq.
West out, like we
I would
said,
have I would have
passed the fuck out
Isaiah
probably.
right now.
I probably would have passed
because I would have been
It was rough.
screaming Shaq's
Yeah.
verse.
It was rough.
Yeah.
You know, it was a good concert. I mean,
It was great.
The
what,
joint- the
what
cr-
would y'all give it as people that didn't been to
Like I
different
said,
concerts?
seeing the Smino concert, I said I wanted to see a Smino concert the minute I heard Black Swan.
Okay.
So this was like right off the list.
Okay.
I
What about
mean,
you, Black?
this was tough because this venue was like no other concert I've been to before.
Yeah, very intimate
It was like small. It was very intimate.
for big names.
I've never seen people pass out at a concert before, and we saw
And it was like
three
three people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
saw 3 people pass. I've never seen people form mosh pits, and also
At a
form-
rap concert
and
too.
also
That's
form
what was
dance
crazy.
circles
Yeah,
as
you
well.
never seen the hip,
Yeah.
the Philly hip.
So
That's
the-
different.
Them niggas was cooking too. It was a white boy on the side cooking. I
Yeah,
said,
he
Yeah,
was.
that was
Yeah,
cooking.
I said, Kyle
It
going
was
crazy
pure-
right now.
Yeah, there was pure cookery in them
Yeah.
in them circles.
We got the clips. I'm gonna throw them
Yeah,
in there.
the-
Yeah,
yeah.
we got the
Spat 'em
clips.
throughout.
but the Kendrick concerts, man.
Oh, that was
It
nice.
was-
Oh,
that-
I don't know,
would you say that was
Nah.
better? Because if that was better, then I gotta.
It's just close.
It's not
Like,
it's technically an unfair comparison because one, Kendrick is like
Kendrick's just on his own.
He's
yeah,
bigger
Kendrick,
than his
Kendrick
own
is
level.
him,
yeah, he's
and
bigger.
that
It's hard to
venue
compare it.
was like the
Yeah,
whole
no, T-Mobile
production-
Arena was nice.
Yeah, the whole production, everything, the dancers, the story behind it, all that stuff is just nuts. But I feel like if we're talking about pure musical performance and like
Mhm.
and like getting the crowd to like feel it and like wanting to, I guess, leave with like good impressions of what you're trying to get across to who you assume is your fan base. I feel like Smino and JID did that better than Kendrick did.
Okay,
in that regard,
they did equal or close to equal to what he did with less, basically, because they didn't have as much like flamboyancy, I guess, in comparison.
See, even that's tough because they took some inspiration from Kendrick in terms of like how they did like the background and like the projection and all that shit.
I wouldn't say they took. Don't say they took inspiration.
Well, I feel like everybody do shit like that.
I'm saying,
I mean, that's just
that's just.
Well, I would say more because I know Kendrick had like the shadow versions of him like that weren't him, that were like I guess maybe if it was him filmed at a different time or if he filmed those specifically because Smino had one where it was him with his fro and then him with his like being,
and
like,
JID
his
had his like
looks.
JID had his siblings up there while he was performing, and then it would be him. And then his siblings was on like the side.
Yeah,
I know.
So I was saying like I was saying more of like I've seen those that kind of like style at the Kendrick concert.
Right.
But maybe
I would say that.
Yeah, if other concerts have done that, I've just never seen like the shadow him that's not actually him like rapping along and anything or doing along to the songs like. But I haven't been to every concert.
Yeah, I would just leave it at it's similar.
Yeah,
so you don't want to glaze them, you know.
Yeah, you don't want to. But I feel like Kendrick is a glaze that you could glaze.
You would glaze him up
in terms of I guess bigging him up in conversation. Pause. Since we're playing the pause game, I would glaze Kendrick in a conversation.
Okay.
Shout out to Mello once again.
Yeah, shout out.
Here's what it is for me, right? At least me personally, I enjoyed the Kendrick concert in Vegas more. Just because I was hoping JID and Smino would kind of interact.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
They didn't. They played the one song that they have together. And
I feel like Smino just came off for stick.
I thought they played
the fuck up.
They played that before Smino came out. They played the song that they had together.
Oh, no, I'm saying they didn't.
Yeah, no, they didn't do it. But
I
was just saying they had that song together.
Right.
And they played it before Smino came out. And I was like...
That was like...
Why would you do that?
Well, that was basically the equivalent of like... So, for the Kendrick concert, he had Baby Keem as opening. It was Baby Keem came out, and then he left. And we were all tight, because we were like, why would y'all not do Family Ties and Range Brothers together? Yeah. And then he came back out for it, right?
Amazing, brother.
It was on
the occasion, brother.
I was hoping JID and Smino would interact, but it was basically Smino did his set, left. JID did his set, and left.
It was two concerts.
I was hoping that it would see, and that's where it's tough because I got the value of two artists in one concert,
and for a very good value.
But I wanted it to be maybe like a whole versus type deal. Like I was thinking, like, what if JID and Smino went like hit for hit, and then like. You had the crowd.
That's a tough one.
That's not fair
for me. That's a tough one.
That's not fair to Smino.
I guess. I mean,
Smino got.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but I'm saying just look at the decisions.
That's actually tough for JID because I don't think JID got the same amount of shit.
Because think about what
I'm saying. Amount of songs. I'm saying JID don't got a lot of solo shit like that.
What he got
in comparison to Smino?
He's got three. Think about how many, I think he's got 3 or 4 studio albums right now.
How many albums does Smino have?
The Black Swan,
Love for Rent,
Noir.
That's it. That's his 3 studio albums.
And then what does JID have? Forever Story, DiCaprio 2,
The Never Story.
Yeah. Like it,
damn! I was talking shit. My bad.
If JID
my bad, Jitty.
Like JID has enough songs and enough different type of songs to where if he wanted to change the flow, like how he would said, like I'm gonna just turn it right a little bit. He could have just he literally could have just turned it all the way right with one song. And it turned it all the way left again with like a different like feel like a feeling song. Like JID has like a different range. Like Smino kind of sits similarly in his usual pocket, barring like outliers.
Smino, which Stick wasn't really JID's song.
No, it wasn't. Even if you take Stick out of it, he still has like one.
Oh like, no, I was just gonna say Smino don't have a stick.
No, he does not. He does not.
And he probably gonna lose on that.
He does not.
Yeah, he does not have a
stick. Stick is a once in a generation.
Which that's not.
Yeah,
JID's song,
I wouldn't even say that. You know, like Smino don't have a stick. Like pause.
It's just nothing.
It's just like that's just like a different
That's a once in a
Family
generation.
Ties and Sick, you just can't.
It's, even though it's not, that's not a
has
JID
turn up
song.
songs though. Like
Yeah,
you can play
his
like I said, you can play Clink. Like you play Z for L stuff like that. Which he didn't do in his set.
He did
He
Z for
did do
L.
Z for
Did-
L.
Yeah, you don't remember
You don't
screaming?
remember turning?
I'm too old to- You don't
You have to
remember
understand.
screaming out at your lungs, man?
You have to understand, man. I was in and out of consciousness, basically.
I was bumping it when that came on. I was bumping into Mellow Crazy.
No,
I
that's
was
that's a goat
shit.
song.
Yeah.
But like Stick isn't JID's, but it's so much
It's
JID
damn
that
near
it's
his. Yeah.
if just because his isn't like that wasn't under his umbrella, I could tell that in that creation process in Dreamville,
It was him,
that
yeah.
JID was the one to be like, let's
This
do
is
this.
what we do,
because he's the one
I
who always does.
disagree.
No, he's the one who always
I
does it. If you go to a J.
Was
Cole,
it Shaq West?
No, it was Kenny Mason. Y'all niggas sleep on Kenny Mason so much, and I've been
Because
running
JID is the nigga
I've
that
been
made
running
that other
Kenny.
joint.
I've been running Kenny Mason's praises to y'all niggas for like.
we
No,
understand
no,
you
no,
were
I'm
playing
saying-
him in the
This
car.
nigga Kenny Mason is like the rock star of that, and that song is like a rock song.
No,
That
I
is
feel
true.
you. I'm saying though. JID is the nigga that made the one joint on the Dreamville album where they was yelling and shit.
Yeah.
Where they were doing the British accents and shit.
Yeah.
He started that shit up.
Wells Fargo.
Yeah,
Wells Fargo,
he started that shit up, and then they started yelling shit because he started yelling. He started that, so I
That's-
feel like he would do that for Stick.
I feel like that's a different song.
I-
That Wells Fargo.
It's a different song. It's not the same impact, but it's the same premise.
He's
yell and
like
scream,
in the
and
same
get
family
niggas
of,
turned
like,
up.
That's
Yeah.
not a usual. That's not usually how
Alright.
you would
Yeah,
like have.
'cause Cole
You wouldn't
not
have a
about to
song
do
like
that.
that on a rap
Right.
album.
Yeah.
You would have like that's like
And
like
JID
a alternate type.
No
I'm just
disrespect
saying-
to everybody else. I forgot who all was on the song, but JID was the nigga.
Kenny
He started
Mason,
the
Shaq
British,
West, JID.
the British
No, he's
accent.
talking about Wells Fargo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wells
yeah.
Fargo.
He started the British accent, and then he started yelling the hook, and everybody. He was like, "Y'all niggas get in here," and everybody started yelling the hook with him.
Yeah,
I feel like he would
I
do
mean,
that with Stick too.
I just listening to Kenny Mason's discography.
I don't
that's
listen to a
just-
lot of Kenny Mason.
That's
I
just
don't know.
that's that nigga.
Okay.
You know what
I can
I respect
I
it.
can see it like this. I can see JID having the idea of like the song like as maybe like an abstract, and I can see Kenny Mason deciding like what the sound would be.
Because as that the hook is Kenny,
Yeah,
the stick is Kenny.
Oh, that's him on the
Yeah,
hook?
That's
so
him
I-
saying that
Oh,
so I could
shit.
I
The
could
road
see
on the window.
yeah.
Roll up, do it. That's him.
Okay.
And that's why he's on that
That's
song
all.
because he doesn't have a verse on that.
No, he doesn't have a verse.
Because at
That's him
first
screaming
I
that
thought
shit.
before I thought he was after Shaq when it first came out. Because when he said, "Hold on, Shaq, don't get stabbed." Sorry, Shaq, I disrespected
Thinking
you.
another
'Cause he said-
thinking
I
another
thought it was
nigga is
another
saying
nigga.
Shaq don't get
Yeah,
stagnant
that's what I
is
thought.
crazy.
When it first came out, I thought Kenny was the nigga after Shaq, but Shaq was just cooking
That would've
the
been-
whole time.
That would have been a little extra fire if another nigga could
That's
be
what I thought
hold
it
on
was, yeah.
Shaq don't get stagnant,
Stagnant,
and then he
yeah.
start
And then he started going, but then when I was like,
man.
Fuck that.
yeah no that and then Shaq come back in
hold on, don't disrespect me.
nah, but I understand what you're saying, and I could see Kenny Mason having like the idea of the sound like going that route because like you said you were playing his music in the car, he doesn't play like his sound is like that, like Stick is very similar to how his sound is.
Okay.
I'm just saying you go to any other Dreamville artist concert, they're not doing Stick even if they're on Stick. Like I feel like
Oh, yeah,
if
Cole's
you,
not doing
like if you go
Stick.
to a Kenny Mason concert, he's not doing Stick. Like obviously for reasons because
Shaq might, because he only got 2 songs.
unless he has JID there, he's not doing Stick. He's not doing Stick solo dolo.
That's tough.
You think Kenny Mason is doing Stick by himself?
I think he only has like 2 or 3 studio albums,
Mm-hmm.
so he doesn't have a lot of discography.
Well, his fans is niche fans for
Yeah.
him.
So I feel like
So
they'd
they
be
would
fine
go
with
for
his
him, yeah.
discography.
If he
I'm
didn't
just
do
saying,
Stick, it wouldn't be a big deal.
I'm just saying if you were
He's coming up. Yeah, he's ganging with Dreamville,
Mhm.
and it's like, I mean, I don't know if his name is getting more known in the rap scape or whatever, but I mean, it got known to me, and I like his music and stuff. So
Well, I gotta tap it because I respect y'all judgment when it comes to it because like Rick, I heard Smino, but I wasn't like into it like that.
Mhm.
But the more Rick was like plugging him,
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Especially after this concert, I'm a fan. I'm not 0.005%, but
Yeah.
I'm a fan for sure.
Yeah, no,
I ain't gonna
Smino, like without being the cliche like rap saved my life type bullshit. I listen to Smino at different informative ages in my life, and so I feel like because of that, his music just stuck with me more. Like, I listened to, like, I caught Smino at the beginning of college. Like, I was 17 over at 17 over at Show Spot, and Mario put me on. When he put us all on, we were all sitting around the couch, and he just
kind of
had,
like this.
Yeah, he just had Smino playing. It was from Black Swan, and like we were all like, "Oh, this is nice." But I remember just looking at the television. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I've never heard music like this.
The first nigga Mario played was...
Don't do me crazy.
The first nigga Mario
He's about to do me crazy.
He was geeking, bro. He said, I remember looking at the television, who is that man?
I feel like we've made a culture where niggas can't be fans of nothing no more.
You can't be fans.
But I don't give a fuck. Like, I hype people up. I don't care. I'll hype people up.
It's really so crazy that you can't be a fan
of a nigga no more.
It's because I blame Kai Cenat.
Yeah, him and Duke started that glazing shit. Yeah,
like throating, like all.
Cause Agent will be like, oh man, like he's really good. He's like, oh, you glazing him again.
Yeah, it's like just say
the nigga did a good job.
At least for me, I don't mean it seriously.
They don't mean it, but that's the thing too. They don't mean it serious.
At first they did. They was dead ass.
That's the thing.
It's died down because social media started.
No, they meant it in ways because the times they called it out was when people like the people they would have on the stream would be saying stuff like about someone that they were like, well, they did this and that, and they would be like, well, they did, but this is like it would be like ultra defensive of that person to where I could see them being like, why are you going like that? Like, I understand you like them like maybe as the artist or a person, but if an L is given, an L is received. Like, just leave it at that. And then the internet took it by storm to where if you say one good thing about someone,
you glaze,
especially in the comment section. Do not give your opinion in the comment section unless you are ready to be called glazing. Don't do it. Or just don't do it in general.
Just do it.
But
I don't give a fuck. I give people their props. I don't care.
It obviously that's how the internet's supposed to be. I'm just saying the internet is just an overtly
kids,
toxic place.
They might not
they might not understand. Like it just stays in the land of ones and zeros.
Yeah, because it don't matter. Like if you I guess if you just overly defending a nigga. You might be glazing, like if it's just like you said, if somebody took an L and you're like, but
like Drake, like when Drake took the L,
Kanye.
Well, now it's Kanye, but I'm saying like when Drake
glazing.
Yeah, when Drake took the L to Push, boys was glazing, but since it's Drake, everybody was kind of like, you can continue to glaze, and so now the world still knows that Drake took that L, but it's not like they don't like push it out as much. Like it's not like. It's not like to the degree of what it really was. It's more like, Push did catch him, but Drake's still making good music though. Unlike how with Drake and Meek Mill, boys was on Meek.
His career was almost over until he apologized.
Yo, that's so crazy that. And think about
Philly,
you got to be careful with that.
Be careful. I could have sworn I heard an ATV rev up outside.
Nah, for real.
What'd he say?
And what's really crazy is that the things that Drake said about Meek don't even come close
compared
to
what
Push
said about him.
Well, we all know Push literally made Drake take care of his child.
Yeah, I guess that is the greatest maneuver. You did not
see a good deed.
Yeah, you did not see
a deed.
You did not see Adonis anywhere on the internet with his father. Until Push
is
was
a good Samaritan. That's all.
He did. He brought a family together. Yeah. Or not the mother.
All of Pusha T's disses, I feel like, have been trying to help people. Yeah. I mean, like, no, I'm serious.
And you gotta leave that crack alone.
I'm so serious, bro. Like, I mean,
I should leave the crack alone.
He like dissed like he even dissed that nigga Birdman. And he was talking like, yo, everybody was getting on me for dissing Birdman, but then when y'all figured out what he was doing to Wayne, now it's cool to kill him. I'm like, for real. That's a good point.
Yeah, he did say that. That's a fact.
I think the problem with Push is that he's so good at his disses and what he's dissing them about that to the public it seems like he's just talking to talk when in reality he really telling you some shit that's happening. So
well, Pusha T in general is a maniac. I mean, I've seen that nigga do an interview, right? Like I forgot who he did an interview with, but he was talking about maybe it was Button, but he was talking about like that whole situation with Drake and shit. And like just watching that nigga talk like about like I'm like I don't want to fuck with that nigga.
Yeah, no, it was Joe
like
Budden. He was talking about Drake. He
That
was
nigga
like,
look like he can get information on me at any point.
yeah, he was like Drake put out money to get information on me, and I had people I'm not even cool with saying we wouldn't do you like that push, and that's because I'm good where I'm from. I'm
he did say that.
Like,
he did.
Yeah.
Like,
well, this is the thing with Push, right? Like when Push talks passionately, if you ever watch any Pusha T interview, when Push talks passionately, his eyes get like wide. Like when you talk to a nigga wide eyed, you
mean that shit. Yeah, you mean
it. You just like, oh shit,
and
like,
that mean you mean it. If a nigga wide eyed
real?
talking, I'm like, he not lying. He could
be
lying.
Anything,
but
bro.
I'll be like, he mean that shit, bro.
So I'll plant the fuck out of some flowers, nigga. I don't
He
give
did
a
say
fuck.
that shit,
I'll be
didn't he?
like, hey, what?
that's
You
the same
what,
thing that
nigga?
Gilly be doing in $1 million worth of game. Have you ever seen that?
That nigga did the same thing.
He did the same thing. Wide eyed, just talking into the camera like.
Wait,
Where Gilly from? Ain't he from? No,
He's from Philly.
And Push from New York, ain't he?
No,
I have no idea.
I think
Ain't he?
No, I can do a quick search, but
Because I was gonna say that's just a Philly nigga thing. If they both do it,
Google search.
yeah, you don't ever want to.
You don't want to we can just blatantly talk about it and spread misinformation.
No,
we not fresh. And
we not
fit,
like
man.
that. Yeah, we not fresh and fit.
Shots
We not
fired.
fresh and fit. We've been dissing fresh. We wait for them to respond to us.
I hope they don't. I hope they don't because they're just gonna say we clout chasing.
Well,
I kind of am.
yeah, I was sorry. You're not.
I kind of am. That's what I'm doing. That's exactly
You
what
can
I'm
be
doing.
upfront about
But
it.
I'm not clout
that's not what
chasing
I'm
and
going
saying
for.
something I don't believe though.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, like I'm clout chasing, but like I mean.
Oh,
what
he
I'm
is from
saying.
New York. You're right.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
The
I was
city?
gonna say if he was from Philly,
Which
that's just a
New York
Philly
City.
nigga thing.
Damn, you didn't even look at the borough. You
No, it just said New York. It highlighted New York City. Let's see.
That should say he from Manhattan. I'd be like, that's crazy.
Manhattan is nuts.
I'm gonna go with
Bronx.
Damn, see, he didn't even give me a chance. To
I
say
didn't know
were
were you gonna say Bronx?
Nah, I was just gonna say Queens.
Oh, okay. So we still did it. It was just you were wrong either way.
Yeah.
You were just wrong after the fact.
All right, fuck you. Then.
My fault. All right. So next topic.
Oh no, this I was gonna say because we are running a little long too on this
We
episode.
can keep going.
You
I don't give a
go
fuck.
to 3 hour.
Niggas be like, we need longer pod episodes, but then they get longer pod episodes and they don't watch.
That is true.
That's how
Hold on, Rick. Y'all
Hold on,
niggas do
Shaq.
be saying that shit. My bad, Black. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
talk your
scream
shit,
on-
kid. Go ahead.
Y'all be saying that longer pod shit, but our longer pods get less views. Shut the fuck up, bro. Shut up, bro.
I kind of
Y'all niggas don't know shit.
for real,
Y'all
bro.
don't no, because it's facts though. Our
I hear
shorter
another motherfucker talking about a long
No,
podcast.
for real though. I'm not even
fucking
gonna cap.
beating their ass.
I love y'all and I appreciate everybody that watches the pod on a regular.
Y'all don't really want what y'all
even the
asked
new
for.
people that come in and watch. But if you're one of those people that was like, "Oh, bro, this episode was too short" or whatever, when we drop hour and 20 minutes, except for the
don't
last
watch.
one, people did watch the last one.
But that was because we was going crazy.
But when we drop hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30-minute episodes, we get 2 views on them.
Yeah.
At least on YouTube. I don't know about Spotify. That could be different.
it averages out basically.
Y'all niggas making money. Shut up.
We're not making money doing this.
Not this. We making more money.
Living our regular 9 to 5.
Yeah, our 9 to 5.
Which I'm
Y'all
fine with
niggas-
being a 9 to 5 nigga.
I'm not.
Hey, look.
I'm not.
I'd rather be a 9 to 5 nigga than any other. I feel like this. The people who try to do things outside of 9 to 5 to make money, all power to you. But you got to also understand that it's not going to be a success overnight. And as long as you understand that and you come to terms with the grind, and you might not even be grinding towards anything substantial, as long as you realizing that this is the path that was set in front of you because you want to live a different type of lifestyle, you got to understand that comes with challenges. It comes with barriers. It comes with just problems that you wouldn't have with a 9 to 5. Then go about it. Do whatever you got to do, whether it's legal or illegal, right?
Illegal is crazy because you're probably just gonna go to jail.
Yeah, illegal is
or
crazy, but that's
die.
a consequence though.
Yeah.
Of you want a different lifestyle than everybody else, and so because of that, there's consequences that you have to have. I just have a problem with people who go that route or be like, I don't want to be an average 9 to 5 nigga. But they're at the end of the day complaining about all the things they're doing to not be a 9 to 5 nigga. Like Steve doesn't do that. He understands like,
Oh, it's work. Yeah, you gotta work.
He understands that what he's doing is like, which is why I'm not talking about Steve in this scenario. I know you were just making the joke of looking at him. because he understands that while you're not being a 9 to 5, that means you're probably putting in more hours than a 9 to 5.
Instead
dude.
of your 40,
Yeah.
you doing 80. Probably.
You're doing 80 because
probably more than that.
Yeah, it's
for real.
from when you wake up to damn near maybe
Yeah.
when you go to sleep. With the only breaks like eating and working out if you do that, or whatever hobbies you have in between.
With at least with the lifestyle that I envision for myself, the only time I'm probably gonna be able to, like, I guess you could say, chill, so to speak, is when I get to a point where I'm paying other people to do certain shit.
Yeah.
And even then, you're not chilling.
Yeah,
we still
you're
gotta
still
show
getting a
up for
call
pods.
and
We
yeah.
still gotta do our own topics unless we being nasty and have
having
some
people.
But that's gross. I don't want to do that.
I would at least have them. I would have the topics and then maybe pay someone to research them, just so we can have bullet points.
Oh, the notes. I'm with that. That's fine. But
I would also have to
having
then.
niggas-
They would have to give me like this would be me being a disrespectful boss. They would have to give me like the reference page just so I can, just in case if anything seems a little
So you
hinky,
could look over it
I could just be
yourself.
like,
Yeah.
nah, you made that shit up.
Yeah,
This shit not
be
nowhere
like,
in
be like,
any
hey,
references.
Kev, come here real quick, man.
Nah, for real.
You
Like,
fucking
just
around, man.
You tried to get me to say some wild
Yeah,
shit on
you
the
fucking
internet.
around, man.
Some shit,
You
bro.
fucking around,
Nah,
man.
we wouldn't smack
said-
him.
Nah, we're not gonna hit him. I ain't gonna.
Maybe if
Hey, your intern is crazy.
my money up,
Like,
man.
come on. You grab him. Hey, Kev, don't ever do that shit again, man.
or Kevina. You know, we wouldn't not hire
Kevina.
a woman,
Oh yeah,
but you would get treated the
say-
same way a man would.
Look, I'm gonna tell. Oh my god. I thought I was about to say something controversial. And
Yeah, go
he
ahead.
Did it for me. So
Oh, that was what you were gonna say?
Slapping
no, not at
Kevin.
all.
Oh, okay.
Let me, Kevina. You, Kevin.
Kevina,
You'll get
I
slapped.
feel like that could be a woman's name.
Kevina
Okay,
won't
see,
get slapped. Kevin
I
will
wasn't
get
gonna
slapped.
say my controversial thing, but now
until
I
I
have
brought it
to.
back.
Okay, go
If
ahead.
you are a woman and your name is Kevina, cease to exist.
That's
I'm sorry.
But that's
Just
not
that
their
simple.
fault. That's their parents' fault.
That's the parents' fault. Like Absidy.
You know.
Absidy? That's a name.
Well, it was the name of a child. Yeah, it was. See, Mello knows off camera. Yeah, A B C D E.
That's
It was
just lazy. That's just
yeah.
lazy shit.
You never seen that? It was.
That's gross.
Yeah, airline got in trouble. Yeah, airline got in trouble because they pronounced the name. It was a little girl, and they tried to pronounce the name on the ticket to call that family up to the front desk, and they were like A B C D E, and then the parents came up. And they were like,
Actually,
yeah,
it's Absidy.
yeah, it was a
So
white
it's
family.
white people?
And then they
Okay.
laughed in their fucking faces.
I would have did the same
Yeah,
thing.
and then the airline got in trouble.
I
for
probably
it.
wouldn't have laughed on their faces. I would have did one of these. I would have been like,
No, see,
That's worse.
my reaction. No,
Worse.
listen. My reaction depends on who I'm with. If we happen to work at the same place,
Yeah,
I'm cracking the fuck up.
See, but I feel
I'm
like at
cracking the
airlines,
fuck up.
they're all like this because they spend so much time together, and they're just sitting at the
As soon as
desk.
they say a black go look at me, and it's over for me.
That's what
It's
probably
over.
happened. They, you
y'all
know,
would just hit the
they be sitting at the guest service desk or like
Talking and shit.
and you know just chopping
They
it up.
probably
whatever.
go
They
on
be-
vacation together.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they be
'cause
seeing like wild
get
shit.
the
Yeah, because they all get the
discounts.
discounts from the
Yeah.
airlines. You should work in the airport though. Security.
Actually, somebody-
airport security is hiring right now.
Oof.
The security too.
You'll probably turn racist.
my-
I wouldn't do it.
I kind of already am.
Yeah,
my fault.
you get paid a lot more.
You do. Actually, somebody who's gonna have on the pod. I'm not gonna say it because we want them on here, but somebody who's gonna have on the pod was trying to put me on, but that was a minute ago. That's when I
Yeah, they just started rehiring. I can send you the link. I sent.
because I do need more bread. That'll be.
I
fine.
can work together if y'all
That'll
both
be
get
fine.
hired. If she decides to still go for that job.
We'll probably be like tackling
both
people
racist.
and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, wait, it's a nigga on the south side. Go get him.
I guess
Attack him.
if we are getting into the longer pod, which I guess we can wrap this one up soonish, whatever. I will say, if you're
I
in
just
Philly,
had one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah.
If you're in Philly, this place called Green Eggs Cafe.
we on the same page.
Green Eggs Cafe. We
Yes,
went
sir.
there for dinner today. You can
I
check.
don't get dapped up. That's crazy.
You can,
Well,
you
yeah.
can do the triage. The trio.
The
triage.
shield?
The trio.
Come on,
You
you
don't
might-
want to be a part of the power?
The Shield, man.
The Shield.
From wrestling, WWE, man. The
Yeah.
Shield. They do this.
They do.
I mean, I guess.
There you go.
There you go.
See, the all ruined it.
Yeah.
But no, we went
You
to.
know what, guys?
Yeah.
I needed that.
That's a fact.
That's so nasty.
Brother.
But yeah, we went to a place called Green Eggs Cafe, which is only like a little ways away from where we're staying at Airbnb wise. See, I almost gave the time, but I was like, I ain't trying to give a dot. 21 taught me better.
We're
than
here. We don't know if this was a year ago.
Or yesterday or currently. But
all they got to do is look up the date of the JID and Smino concert when they came to Philadelphia.
But by that time this comes up, we back home.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a fact.
But yeah, so at Green Eggs Cafe, if you're ever in Philly, they said there was about 25 locations they had around here or something like that. It was some double-digit number around Philly.
I thought she said 5.
She said 5.
I thought she said 5.
I times 5.
Listen,
it should be 25.
Listen.
It should be 25 because I'm thinking about reheating that bitch
if
right
they
now.
hooping like the way they was hooping today, 25. I want one in Buffalo.
Yeah,
we about to kidnap
I will call the owner.
That niggas always want shit in Buffalo, man. Just get out
because
of
we don't have
but we
shit,
want
bro.
we want Buffalo
I
to
can't
be better.
just move so
Just
easily
get out of
either.
there.
I can't just
Here's
move.
what you do: you get out of there, right?
Yeah.
You
And
make
you bring-
money,
and then you bring it back.
Just bring it back.
But if I could do it in the city and they could see the struggle I went through, maybe I'll get
Because that's kind of been the goal. It's just not looking like
They get black people monuments.
Yeah,
don't hand them shits out.
It's just a terrible one.
They don't hand them
What
shits
was
out unless you die.
That's true. But where they
Yeah,
put
you
that
don't
Martin
get a
Luther King
yeah,
monument
that
where it
is a
looked like he holding a dick? Pause.
Well, that's not a pause because it's not
I
you
know.
doing it.
Oh yeah, I forgot where they put it. Yeah, I forgot where they put it.
Me and Martin Luther King up. And we
Holding the dick.
Pause.
You know why they put Martin Luther King up though?
Yeah. It's because he was with a white woman.
Nah,
I
mean,
That
yeah,
I would
but
say we're gonna get into.
we know why.
Well, Martin Luther King, at the end of his message, well, towards the end of his life, prematurely, shout out the FBI, he said that he felt like he was leading his people down a path.
him
of
and Malcolm
despair,
switched
basically.
viewpoints.
Yeah, towards the end of their lives.
Yeah, because Malcolm went to prison.
No, he
No, I'm saying they switched viewpoints at the end of their lives. Like,
yeah, Malcolm wanted to be more
like
inclusive.
peaceful.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's because Malcolm went to prison and then he turned Muslim.
No, I'm talking about at the end,
After.
like when he's about to die. I'm saying
Yeah,
Say what you said again.
His early days of being Muslim, Malcolm was still like
militant. Yeah.
super ideas and shit like
Yeah.
that. It's sort of like after he went to was it Yemen, like the big Muslim.
I feel like
I'm just gonna let you chat.
After he visited like their holy city, whatever like that, he realized that people could like
come together.
yeah, I mean that's what religion will do. I guess that was my point.
Oh, you're saying?
Oh, okay.
It'll eventually get there.
But-
You know what
And
I'm
then
saying?
Dr. King switched to.
He was
man,
Christian.
I fucking
Yeah,
hate
he
these
started
white.
out
He
religious
started out
and
He's like, I hate these motherfuckers, bro.
encompassing love.
the more you're in religion, the more you realize
that there's still
oh,
segregation
man.
within this
Yeah.
place that you thought accepted
Exactly.
all.
You say,
yeah.
He's
He's
like,
like-
oh shit.
You
The
know why they killed
KKK is
him?
a Christian group?
Yeah.
You know why they killed him? He's like, yo,
What?
the next white motherfucker talk shit to me, I'm slapping the shit out that nigga.
Yo, if at that last speech where he got assassinated, he was gonna take back his stance of pacifist or like
because if he would have said
basically
that,
yeah,
Oh,
nonviolent
protest,
yeah. If he just took it all back, said no more peaceful protests, like
that would have been a
we've
problem.
showed them that we can be better.
I
and
have
turn the
all
other
the
cheek.
blacks.
Yeah, no,
No, if Dr. King would have just hit the
Yeah.
go.
That nigga was about to go up on there. I have all the blacks.
yeah, no.
Every black citizen now
He turned
owns
it
a
to Bane.
gun.
He turned it to Bane.
That would have been a crazy flip.
Birmingham.
That's some
And if a
Attack on
white
Titan
man
shit.
tries me, I swear to God,
That's an Attack on
he will
Titan
not
flip right
see
there. I'll be,
another day.
this nigga's been the villain.
He turned it to Aaron Yeager right at the end. But nah, that'd be crazy if he just started naming like all the treacherous things that white people have done to black people as a
my
whole,
God.
like just like the Tulsa the Tulsa shit and like the burnings and the burnings of churches and
Jim
everything
Crow,
like that.
everything,
Yeah.
yeah.
If he would just like these were all done with no retaliation on our side, and we marched up to the Capitol and peaceful protests, and we were getting like hosed down with water that was
And
ripping
attacked.
skin off our backs and dogs
Which
sicked on
means
us.
peaceful protest
Yeah, it's
isn't
like
working.
I've had like if he was really on that type of wave,
all my
the
niggas
world would be a
go.
whole lot different. We might be worse. We might be worse off, or we might be better off. There's no in between, because because there's no winning that war, and whatever one group just says, all right, we're just gonna even it out. One's gonna be above the other. I'm not sure the coin flip on that, but
you
it
know
would
what my mind went to, and I think that's just because I'm a nigga. It went directly to that Metro Boomin sample was gonna be crazy.
Oh,
because you know he was gonna use that
back all the way in the '60s. They had the Homelander.
He was gonna use. It wasn't gonna be
Y'all should be
Homelander.
glad who I am.
It was gonna be the MLK. Yeah, that would have been
the villain
fire.
MLK.
That would have been fire. That shit would have won a Grammy, bro.
Well,
if we made it, if we were the ruling class. Because if MLK did that, then I don't know how history would have changed. We might not even have a Metro Boomin.
We might.
Rap wouldn't have became a thing then, because we would have been chilling or dead, either chilling or dead.
I feel like what would have ended up happening if one side didn't just like overtly defeat the other, I feel like we would have just ended up back into a point of segregation. Yeah, I feel like it would have been segregation of the point of two simultaneously running governments in one body, in one U.S. There would have been
split the U.S.
There would have
up.
been black people governing black people, and then there would have been white people governing white people. If it ended up,
that wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. But I'm saying that's what it would have.
Unless you split it up, like one side get one side, one side get the other. I don't know how you would organize that.
Because I feel like because even at that point, I feel like just like the cultures was, because America even at that point was a melting pot. I felt like there would be too much overlap of people's lives to where if there was a legitimate race war, I don't know if people could really I don't know if it would ever really end.
I'll just cap this off, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should have
pastries too.
We should have listened to Marcus Garvey.
Should have went back to Africa.
Oh, should have went back.
You know, I kind of agree with that.
But they don't really.
But they don't rock with us.
Maybe now. But
yeah, now they don't.
now. But I'm saying at the time.
But they never rocked with us though, because we they enemies.
They don't
that's
rock.
why we ended up
they don't
here.
rock with us when they come here.
No, I'm saying that's why we ended up here in the first place, because they was our enemies, and they said, "Well, take them instead
any
of
people
us."
are enemies to themselves.
Well, I'm saying the motherfuckers that's still there, Ben ain't rocking with us this entire time.
I guess yes.
Yeah, it's never been a point where they was rocking with us. Yeah.
Technically, the people who put us on the slave shits are the ones that are still over there.
Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Through bloodline, they are the ones who did not rock with the people who ended up in in America.
So I'm saying
but
there's never been a point where they rocked with us.
It wasn't like, I mean, we had to be pushed on there though. It wasn't like they came over and they was like, all right, we need a couple niggas, and they're like, y'all can have these ones, and then they left.
They did that.
We don't know exactly.
Yeah, as far as the records go, they did.
That's true.
Some tribes did sell their slaves to the white men. But at the same time, they probably didn't understand what they were doing in that regard, because tribes did basically trade their slave people between each other in terms of workers. Like we read Things Fall Apart. Yeah. We understand that there's a culture within a culture. Yeah, in a culture in terms of even people who this tribe beat this other tribe, so you are now my slave. They were different in that they stayed around the house, they did stuff, but there was even points where they could get their freedom back or and stuff like they might have not understood that
indentured service. That's
they might have not understood that if they gave them to these people, they were gonna breed them into slavery. Like it was gonna be a generational thing upon generational thing.
Yeah, they didn't know that. You can't really guess that, I guess.
This is
or
what
even take them out of the motherland.
And again, it's like I said, there were probably people that sold them to sell them.
Yeah,
and there was definitely people that got forcibly taken.
Yeah, there was.
But at the same time, and I've told y'all niggas a story about Christopher Columbus before. Mm-hmm. You just see some niggas come over on a object you've never seen before.
With their faces painted, because their faces was all painted with makeup and shit.
You're going to be scared of shit.
Yeah.
So
they showed the picture. They said, imagine.
They tell you to do.
Y'all know that meme I guess it's a meme of the old white dude from the 1600s with his face painted, and his hair all crazy. He was like, "What would you do if you seen this motherfucker just coming off of a ship? You gonna be scared
come across the sea?
Yeah, you gonna be scared as fuck.
When that was never the biggest thing that could travel the sea was maybe a little thing you'd make, a little makeshift canoe or a raft, and
you would be scared as fuck.
hulking ship, at least at that point, that was as tall as like 5 men stacked on top of each other, holding many other men, also in shining suits of armor that were impenetrable by arrows.
Yeah, that's why when I heard that Christopher Columbus story, bro, I was like, damn, that shit is.
That's true.
I mean, he's a deviant, but that shit was hard. I mean, he finessed them niggas crazy.
He did, and then the whole like planning, like I don't know if you heard the one.
I told you that.
I don't think so.
With the eclipse.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about the eclipse story.
Yeah, the eclipse story is crazy.
I mean, I don't know if y'all want to get into that or not. But
we can.
I mean, we vibing.
Here's the spark notes, right?
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus, sailing across the ocean, whatever. Was it Pacific or Atlantic?
Pacific at that point, I believe.
Now we all probably looking stupid if it's not that. But he sailed across the ocean.
Y'all know the story. Come on.
Whatever. The old rhyme that we all learned in school. Christopher Columbus basically went over, and there was like this tribe that was already settled there. Obviously, it's Native Americans, and with his crew size, he didn't have enough food to feed everybody on the way back from his voyage. So he told.
I know that part. They
Right.
didn't have the food and the clothing and shit for people.
Right. He had an astrologer on the ship with him
To read the stars.
because that's the way they navigated, but with through the stars. And the astrologer figured out that there was going to be a solar eclipse, like let's say in 2 days or something. So he went over there and he went up to the Native American tribe and he was just like, "Yo, we don't got food for the way back. Y'all need to give us some food." And they was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna give you no food. We only make enough for us."
Right.
And he was just like, "Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: if you don't give me this food right now, or if you don't give me this food in a couple of days, I'll make sure that my God blocks out the sun." And they was like, "Man, nigga, you tripping? Yo, God can't do shit." You know, they believe different religions or whatever, right?
That's
So
crazy.
he was like, "All right, in 2 days' time, my God gonna block out the sun if you don't give us this food." 2 days' time come by, the solar eclipse happened, and Christopher Columbus like right there, and he was like, "Yo, look what my God just did." And they was like, "Oh shit, he did just do that."
Actually,
And
fuck
they
that nigga, but that's a crazy move.
No, it was a crazy finesse.
He
They
was
gave
locked
him.
in.
They gave him the food that they had. He got home on his voyage, and his niggas ate, and them niggas starved.
And
Them
that's
niggas
how we
starved
got
and
Larry
died.
Bird.
Starved and died.
That's why Larry Bird is so nice at basketball because he was locked
all
the
circle
fuck
back to
in.
Larry
Yeah,
Bird.
he was.
But,
That's why Christopher Columbus walked so Larry Bird could
All right,
run.
that's a crazy full circle. But just to say,
Knowledge is power.
It was a Green Eggs Cafe.
Oh, yeah, that's what we was
great
talking
food. Giant pancakes, fluffy pancakes. Tasted
We couldn't
better
even
than
my fat ass couldn't even
tasted
finish
better
my
than
shit,
what my
bro.
mother could make, which is a crazy compliment.
I said it was comparable, if not better, than my mama's pancakes, and
was
that's
just
crazy.
The amount and then the consistency of the like my mom can make some fire pancakes, but not every pancake is as fire as the last.
Yeah,
in the stack,
it was all
but
consistent.
every pancake in the stack was as fire
and
as the one on top of it.
different pancakes.
Yeah.
Red velvet. What did you have? You just had. Like,
He had the
buttermilk.
Yeah, with the
Vanilla
truffle.
Rick had like all that shit was
I
the
had
same.
strawberry with whipped cream. But yeah, all that shit was great. The pork
Nigga had a
sausages
deep
they had.
fried Oreo donut.
Yeah,
he was
donut.
no,
Something.
He was going crazy. I
That
had
shit is
the pork
magnificent. I don't give
sausages
a
was
fuck.
good. I heard the turkey bacon was hitting. Like the food across the board was just great.
Mm-hmm.
I have pictures I'll put on my Instagram because it was really like actually like picture. I hate people who take pictures.
But
of their
no,
plate.
you had to, bro. You
Yeah, I
had
hate
to.
people who take
Yeah.
pictures of their plate, but I had to do it. I was a little upset because Brianna took pictures of all of our plate. I thought that was a little much, but that's just me. And she's looking at me because she doesn't like that I'm saying that. But you know, I just feel like taking
Makes
a
you
pic-
feel better. I didn't care.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to care. She did that
That's
to
fair.
bother me specifically.
You should.
Honestly, I don't think that's
You should
impossible
clear your
because
name.
that's how
Just
relationships.
say what you
be
want to say,
rocking,
and I'll translate it for the record. She says no.
Well, of course you're gonna tell y'all that, but I know.
You got one more rebuttal? Okay,
Okay.
she says you'll hear it later.
Yeah.
So that's what Saturday when we get home.
Yeah. but no, that place was great.
It was amazing.
I think
Yep.
you guys also enjoyed the food.
It was
I'm
amazing.
not just being fat.
No,
I
it
thought
was
that
fucking
great.
amazing.
Even though I
bro.
am, but I'm not just being fat.
This
That's-
guy, this fucking guy,
This guy,
this fucking guy.
We got a comedian
Yeah,
over here.
that's fucking- get a hold of this guy over here.
But
We,
yeah, if you're ever in Philly, check them out.
Yeah. What? Say it again. The name. Rick?
Green Eggs Cafe.
Green Eggs Cafe.
I will drag that bitch to Buffalo if I ever have enough money to do it.
Even though Rick got on Brianna's bumper, Bree.
She did find a place.
She found
I will
spot.
say she's the GOAT. She's the GOAT for food spots after that.
She was Steph. Her next recommendation in 2015 for sure.
Has to be as good or equal to. It has to be better or equal to that spot, or she loses the title.
Well,
okay,
it's up there. Well, we got to eat dinner, so. We got to eat dinner, so.
I thought dinner was just the shit.
Just
that's what I thought we was
tomorrow.
Okay,
yeah, that is breakfast tomorrow.
Okay,
before
cool.
we dip out of this place.
Got you.
But yeah, you'll see more of the Airbnb in our behind the scenes videos that we'll be shooting. Shout out Isaiah for finally being on the pod. We were supposed to do this before, but Steve kind of hoed it, and so that was a whole thing. Steve, you can't defend yourself because we're wrapping it up, so just hold the mic and look sad. And Isaiah here, he's an amazing editor, sound design. He has some shit on his YouTube channel, Blackmajic Production.
Oh, no need to look at it.
He has some really good stuff on there. He did.
You did good shit on there.
The music inspiration video for what J. Cole song was that?
I think that got taken down, but it's from Whom the Bells Toll.
If it's not taken down, go check it out.
No.
Because I thought it was great.
Out of everything, don't check that out.
All right. Well, what do you want them to check out then?
Nothing. The doc was all right.
No, you no. We tried to put y'all. Yeah, we tried to put y'all on that. Yeah, you did. Legitimately.
Nigga, I think I cried the first time I seen it.
Yeah, no, I also
it's a beautiful documentary.
It was a great documentary.
Right.
If we
don't shortchange
we could
yourself,
literally
bro.
throw it on the TV right now, and I would probably still shed the thug tear when you're talking to your mom.
Now he's capping.
Because no, I'm legitimate. When you were talking,
to circle back, we're not just glazing you.
Yeah, we're not glazing. This sounds like crazy glaze, but we're not just glazing.
It was legitimately a beautiful documentary.
I got a tear because she just sounded so like it was just such a real thing, and like your reaction to her talking about something that maybe you've heard but maybe not heard talk about as candidly as in that. It was a real exchange of emotions that I could feel. Just in the documentary as a whole, so go check that out.
You made multiple
definitely.
people cry, bro.
Yeah, you did. So
like I think my dad might have cried. I cried.
Yeah.
I don't know who Mello was talking about, but like you made multiple people cry with that documentary.
Yeah,
so.
no, that was if you
and that's people that don't know you and people that know you.
Yeah, if that documentary process, like making the documentary, everything like that, was actually enjoyable to you, and that's something that you would like to do, I would love to see a documentary about like other things from your perspective or just other people's perspective.
You can make a doc about R&P and slander us.
Yeah, slander us.
Like you can make it look like
you can make a faux.
Yeah, you can make
mentor.
it look like that you talking to us and you hyping us up, but when it come out, you just slandering us.
Yeah, like that Vice dude with Andrew Tate, where he went out there, said, "I want to learn more about you guys," and then turn around, it was supposed to be a hit piece, and he got.
And you could just
it was a whole thing.
for 45 minutes just
shit on us.
Get as much dirt as possible.
Yeah. But yeah, so great
His
experience
link will be in the
overall.
description.
Yeah, as of right
link.
now, the trip, we're technically midway through the trip, but I'm having a ball.
I am,
and I hope it continues. And check out more on the trip on the YouTube in general, and check out Isaiah's content. We'll drop his link of what he wants us to show you in the description. And at the end of the day, what is it, Steve?
We love you guys. Peace.
Bye. Check us out on Spotify. Subscribe. Do all that shit, bitch.
Check out the fuck, bitch. Fuck, nigga. Watch us on the